Lilith, an ancient mythological figure and one of the oldest known female spirits in the world, has embodied various roles across cultures. In some sources, she has been described as a demon, while in others, she was revered as an icon who morphed to become one of the darkest deities of the pagans. While her roots can be found within the famous Epic of Gilgamesh, she was also described within both the Bible and the Talmud. Within Jewish tradition, Lilith is regarded as the most notorious of demons, which in other sources, she was portrayed as the first woman created on earth. In fact, according to one legend, God formed Lilith as the first woman of the human race, employing the same method as he did with Adam. The only difference was that in place of pure dust, he also used filth and residue to create woman. Lilith's name, derived from ancient Semitic languages, carries profound symbolism. Signifying the night, it links her to the darkness and mysteries of the nocturnal realm. This association underscores her connection to primal instincts, including sensuality and freedom, while also evoking a sense of awe and fear, highlighting the complexity of her character across different cultural interpretations. Lilith's name comes from the Sumerian word Lilitu, which meant a wine spirit or a female demon. Lilith was mentioned in the tablet Tutid of the Epic of Gilgamesh, a famous poem of ancient Mesopotamia dated back to not later than c. 2100 BC. Tablet Dafound was added to the original text much later, c. 600 BC, in its later Assyrian and Akkadian translations. Within these ancient references, Lilith appears in a magical story where she represents the branches of a tree. She is described along with other demons, but researchers still argue if she was a demon or a dark goddess. Lilith's presence extends beyond Sumerian mythology. Early Jewish texts also feature her prominently, complicating the quest to pinpoint her origin. Yet, from the outset, her association with Sumerian witchcraft is unmistakable. Within the Babylonian Talmud, Lilith was described as a dark spirit with an uncontrollable and dangerous sexuality, said to have fertilized herself with male sperm to create demons. She was believed to be the mother of hundreds of demons. Lilith was known in the culture of the Hittites, Egyptians, Greeks, Israelites, and Romans as well. In later times, she migrated to the north of Europe. Within various mythologies and folklore, Lilith represented chaos and sexuality, with legends attributing her with casting spells. Additionally, her lore intertwines with early vampire narratives. Lilith's presence within biblical texts, notably Isaiah 34:14, ties her to the desolation of Eden. Here she is portrayed as a devilish, unclean, and perilous entity from the outset. In Genesis Rabbah, a collection of rabbinical commentary on the book of Genesis, she is depicted as Adam's initial wife, created simultaneously with him by God. Within these ancient texts, Lilith is described as strong-willed and independent. She sought equality with Adam, refusing to submit to him during intercourse. This assertion of autonomy led to the failure of their marriage, devoid of happiness, as noted by Robert Graves and Raphael Patai in the Hebrew myths. Within Jewish texts, the narrative recounts that, in response to the misunderstandings and disappointments linked to Lilith, God chose to create a second wife for Adam. This tradition holds that her name was Eve. Nowadays, Lilith has become a symbol of freedom for numerous feminist groups. Over the course of the 20th century, women came to understand their capacity for independence due to their increased access to education. Consequently, they began seeking symbols of feminine power, which contributed to shifts in societal perceptions of gender roles and empowerment. This ancient Sumerian legendary female demon remains a prominent topic in feminist literature exploring ancient mythology. Researchers continue to debate whether Lilith was conceived as an actual demon or as a cautionary tale warning against the potential consequences of women gaining power.